What's up guys, JV2017 here, and today I'm bringing you more Titanfall gameplay, and the focus of this video is going to be why Titanfall is not Call of Duty. That's a very common comparison, and it's honestly an easy cop-out for either PlayStation 4 fanboys or just haters of Titanfall. You know, for whatever reason, they hate Titanfall. They say it's just like Call of Duty, so we're going to tackle that today. So first off, the gameplay you're watching right here was recommended by one of my buddies. He told me to get a run and gun kind of very aggressive, up in the face of the enemy kind of style gameplay with a shotgun here on Angel City. So that's what you're watching here. Pretty decent gameplay. I end up in the top 2. Only outclassed by my other buddy who was playing with me in the game. So pretty good gameplay. So anyways guys, so why Titanfall is not Call of Duty. So this is a very common misconception, to be honest. A lot of people around the YouTube gaming sphere, you know, it's primarily just commenters, not people that are actually playing the game. You know why? Because people that actually play the game and upload videos are smarter than that, and they know the difference between between two games that they've played. The only comparison you could even draw between Titanfall as a game and Call of Duty as a game is that they are both first-person shooters that have very similar controls. That's literally the only comparison you can draw between these two games. Because there are plenty of other multiplayer games that are 6v6. Plenty of other multiplayer games that are competitive. It's your team versus another team. I could go on and on with this list of comparisons between multiplayer games. Yes, Titanfall and Call of Duty are both multiplayer games. No, not all multiplayer games are the same game. It just doesn't make sense. I mean, Titanfall is not just Call of Duty with mechs. That is the silliest thing that you could somehow intellectually trick yourself into thinking. It's just false. It's not true. And so, I want you guys to spread the word, seriously, man, because Titanfall is a great game. I'm a huge fan. I've voiced my opinion on this in my first video, and I just can't stand it when I see Titanfall is Call of Duty with mechs and this and that and this and that. And what people don't realize is when they do continue to name it's like Call of Duty and this and this and this, each item that they add to that list is further disproving your point. If it's like Call of Duty but it has these things in it, then it's not like Call of Duty because it has these things in it. It's very, very silly. And honestly, I think all of this, Titanfall hate is just a product of what we've always had in this community, which is pretty frustrating. It's just this hate that has no purpose, no meaning other than to hate. Right there, unfortunately, my controller disconnected, so I had to like fumble and find another controller. It took me about 30 seconds, but gotten back into the action really quickly. So, yeah, guys, it's stupid. Stupidness is stupid. Titanfall is not Call of Duty. Titanfall is very different from Call of Duty. The only thing it has in common with it is that it was developed by a former Call of Duty developer. It is a first-person shooter. It is multiplayer. And you could say that it has the same aesthetic feel as Call of Duty. That's a very fair thing to say because it does. You know, there's a sprinting mechanic, and the movement is very, very fluid, and the 60 frames per second also makes it feel like it is similar to Call of Duty. Those are fair things to say. However, you cannot say it's just, you know, Call of Duty with all this junk in it. No, it's a far different and hopefully in the end a better experience than Call of Duty. Since the topic of this video was fairly straightforward and short, I want to kind of shift focus onto the gameplay here. So I have a pretty successful little run in this Titan here, and there's a lot of different strategies that I'd like to cover in future little beta videos. I'm going to try to stockpile enough gameplay and actually start recording all my gameplay so that I have enough videos to, you know, keep posting after the beta is over, because that seems like a smart thing to do, right? So I have a pretty successful run with my Titan here, and I'm going to kind of outline a few strategies that I use here. First off, if anybody uses a vortex shield on you, run up and punch them in the face. If you don't have a vortex shield yourself, you definitely need to run up and punch them in the face. Otherwise, if you do have a vortex shield, you can just use the vortex shield right back on them and use their own, vortex against them. It's actually a really smart strategy. Unfortunately, I don't have specific, I can point this out to you right now in the gameplay example, but that'll probably be something in a future video. Like right there, that guy just used the vortex. I just went up and punched him because I don't have vortex and I can't, combat that. There's no way for me to do it. Another way is you can jump out of the way using A, and the Atlas has 2 different kind of dash moves, or not different, but they're the same, but you have 2 charges before you have to recharge. So that's a very smart counter to that as well. And I'm able to rodeo, or actually, someone else on my team calling in their Titanfall actually killed the enemy Titan that I was trying to rodeo. That was pretty cool. There's a lot of cool little different moments that I keep finding as I'm already like 6 hours into, playing this multiplayer. Unfortunately, I died fairly early, so you guys are going to have to look at my buddy here play. But anyways, fairly successful gameplay here, 11 KD. Not that KD matters. I do want to stress, KD does not matter in Titanfall. I don't care how high your KD is. The thing that I think what a lot of YouTubers are going to be looking for with Titanfall gameplay and posting it is attrition, not attrition points specifically, but the game mode points. How many game how much did you contribute to the game mode in order to help your team win? Which is awesome. That's how it should be. And that's another thing that distances it from the stupidness of Titanfall is just like Call of Duty, but this. It's not. And the fact that this game is not 100% kill-centric proves that. Call of Duty is. They've made attempts to make it objective-based, but it totally is kill-based. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Talk to you guys later. Peace.